So today I want to give you a whole new way to understand anxiety and most importantly, how to relieve anxiety. So it's called anxiety relief. And today I want to talk to you about two excitatory, very beneficial, yet if you go past that Goldilocks of too little, too much, but into the too much problem, more than likely you are going to have a lot of anxiety. So there's other things that you probably know about, like stress and infections and too much stimulants, and blood sugar issues. But today I want to talk to you about these specific neurotransmitters and have you think outside the box a little bit. My name is Dr. Joel Rosen. I am the Adrenal Fatigue Recovery Ninja, and today we're going to teach you how to think differently about the anxiety that you're experiencing and how to relieve it. So let's talk about glutamate. Glutamate is actually a great thing. Glutamate is for people that are highly motivated, highly intelligent, and highly productive. However, if it's too much, it gets to the point where you could be paranoid. You can hear or see things, or you may not be able to sleep, or you're just ramped up all the time. The other one I want to talk to you about is dopamine. Again, most people understand dopamine. Dopamine is our pleasure centers. It's our feel-good stuff. It's the real passionate stuff, the things that we get a lot of satisfaction and enjoyment and really almost that fix for. And if that's too much or too little, that can be problematic, resulting in anxiety. So what I want to do is I want to teach you some things you can do naturally and some things that you can do to investigate this a little bit further. So the first one is glutamate. I'm sure you've heard of monosodium glutamate, or MSG. And most people think it's only in Chinese foods and I don't eat a lot of Chinese food. That's not true. MSG is in all artificial things. And what is kind of sinister in the sense that these food manufacturers understand that it's a highly addictive thing. So you could put glutamate in potato chips. You can put glutamate in packaged foods. And guess what? You can call it natural flavors. And if there's no specific controlling what food companies can say with regards to natural versus artificial flavors, you're not going to know it. And unfortunately, it's everywhere. So you have to become the glutamate police if you have anxiety and you're sick and tired of taking the medications that aren't working and they're just making you feel like a zombie. The next thing I would tell you is about glutamine. Glutamine typically is going to be a nutrient that people will take when they have leaky gut or intestinal permeability or gut challenges, or they're going to the gym and they want to put on weight and they know that it's good for muscle building. Glutamine can be good, but if you have some challenges with inflammation, cofactor unavailability, meaning the nutrients that help get something turned into something else, isn't there, or genetic susceptibilities, your glutamine is going to turn into glutamate. And that's not what you want, because you chances are already have way too much glutamate, because the common thing between both of these things is inflammation. If you have inflammation and infections, the enzyme that helps convert glutamate into GABA is going to be slowed down. And that enzyme needs B6 and magnesium to help it work better. So if you are deficient in magnesium, which almost the entire US is, and you don't have good leafy vegetables from the foods that you're not eating that gives you the B6, and you have inflammation, and you're eating a lot of MSG, and maybe you're taking glutamine because you have a gut issue, that's going to explode your glutamate and you're going to be too ramped up. And taking GABA is not going to fix that. It may give you a little bit more inhibitory neurotransmitter, but it's not funneling out that glutamate that's already high. The other side is dopamine. So dopamine, we tend to see this from caffeine, from stimulants, from too much proteins. If you're eating a lot of drinking a lot of coffee, or having a lot of nicotine, or even green tea or chocolate, all of those things are going to provide the catecholamines that make dopamine. But the problem with, again, is your inability to clear it out. And if you can't clear out that dopamine, it's going to create major anxiety problems. So some of the things you want to do is reduce your stimulants. I mean, so many people tell me, Joel, when I got off my coffee or I stopped taking so many stimulants, I didn't feel as bad. Yeah, no crap. The other thing is methylation. So good B vitamins, good potentially using SAMe could be helpful. Good iron production and iron utilization, and good protein consumption, not too much Goldilocks zone. And lastly is genetics. Do you have genetic challenges that make it difficult to make dopamine, to remove dopamine, both causing you anxiety problems? And that's the weird thing. You can have a little bit of dopamine and feel anxious, and too much dopamine and feel anxious, and that's probably happening. So the three things that I really want you to look into is magnesium. Magnesium can be helpful for a lot of these things in terms of being calming, like neurocalm. Those are things that can calm you. Epsom salt baths, getting good magnesium in your foods, which always comes down to good healthy foliage or produce or things that are made from the earth. B6, same thing. B6 are very important in these neurotransmitter production and elimination. And then the last thing I'll tell you is about two major antioxidants that you probably have heard of. NRF2 activator, there's a lot of companies out there that support that. Sulforaphane, curcumin, resveratrol, those all can save your antioxidants and support that inflammatory pathway. The other thing that we're looking at is NADPH. If you're looking for how to get NADPH, just put a message in this video and I'll give you the link to where I like my NADPH from. Anyways, my name is Dr. Joel Rosen. I hope this gives you a whole new way to think about your anxiety. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, and most importantly, go check me out at thetruthaboutadrenalfatigue.com, where we can teach you how to recover with your anxiety, overwhelmed, overstimulated, overstressed, and get your life back. Hope you have an awesome day.